Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and we finally and officially have our first champions in Europe, and it is of course from France, and it is of course PSG. They have won their record 13th league title in France. It was in their game against Angers. It finished 1-1. It finished 1-0. Sorry, they won that game and they have officially clinched the title yet again. Everybody expected for them to retain. I thought, at the start of the season when I made my prediction, I did say that PSG were gonna go ahead and win the title, but I did think that it was going to be quite tight this year, to be very honest with you. I thought with Mbappe leaving them, I thought there was going to be some the squad that they had built was consisted of young players. Most of the attackers were young, and I thought that the quality of the players were there, but I felt that they lacked a bit of experience. But their season has been tremendous. I mean, let's be very honest. You're winning the league and just before with 6 games remaining, and to have almost 20 points difference with the second team, Monaco and then Marseille and all of them. Let's be honest, like a couple of months ago, it looked like maybe we are going to have a bit of a tighter race up until Jan and Feb, it felt like. But after that, Marseille and Monaco, they dropped off, but PSG never dropped off. It ended up being quite a one-sided title race, and PSG won won the league yet again. It was a really a convincing performance from them throughout the season. Today's game as well, it finished 1-0. It happened at their stadium as well, and it quite easily, quite possibly could have finished 15-0, to be very honest with you, because there was only one team who was trying to score the goal, who was making the chances. I mean, Angers, they did not have a single shot in their the entirety of that game. They just were defending, and luckily for them, they only conceded one goal because they themselves want to stay in the Premier League, and they know one bad game. And the problem with games against PSG is they hurt your goal difference quite a lot, and so Angers would be really happy. At the moment, it is looking like Angers are gonna be safe, but still 6 games to go, anything can happen. I personally think they are going to be safe. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to be the reason that somehow Angers lose their next 6 games and end up getting relegated. I really don't want that to happen. Even if you look at today, I think their Fofana had a really good game. Their goalkeeper, I think their defense had a really good game, despite PSG creating so many chances. They thwarted most of them. You need to give them that much of an appreciation, and you need to give them credit as well that they stopped PSG from not scoring that many goals, because PSG, if they win that game, they are going to be champions, and they were in a joyous mood, in an amazing occasion as well. It was their home stadium, so they wanted to win it in a grand style of things, but in a way they would be a bit disappointed, I would say, PSG, that they were not able to do that, because Angers thwarted their opportunities. They did not let them score that many goals, and they defended that. And I think Angers would take credit in that, and they would hope that they can continue with that. I think it's just 3-4 games, and after that, I think it is going to be official that Angers don't get relegated. If they get a couple of good wins in the next 3 or 4 games, I think Angers are going to be safe. So I think both these teams are going to be in the League One next season. That's my prediction. But for PSG, I mean, it is a historic achievement. Of course, you are gonna have people who are gonna come up with the criticism, who are gonna criticize with because of how it is. What's the word I want to use here? How it is not fair to the other teams and whatnot, but I really don't think, because I think this was, probably very honest, this was one of those years where I really thought that PSG might not end up winning the league, because if you look at the scores, I don't think there was that much difference between the quality and the experience of the players that Monaco had, or Lille had, or Marseille had, or even Lyon had. I think it was not that much of a difference. I just felt like PSG did things the right way. I think the way that Enrique led them this year, I think a lot of the credit has to go to the manager as well, because again, I keep on saying that Mbappe left them. There was a huge deal, even though he was one player. The squad and the club was built around Kylian Mbappe for the last number of years. So for him to leave, they basically it felt like the club's DNA was shifted at the start of the season, and they reverted back instead of focusing on one single guy, making him the main attraction, they spread their they spread their wings, and they have let's say little Mbappes all over the pitch. You look at players like Barcola, you look at players like Dio, Dembele had a really great season. The way that he done things around. I mean, there was so many players at the defense, Hakimi at the defense, Donnarumma and goalkeeper. I mean, every one of them really contributed, and that helped them to win yet another title. And so, of course, as I said, there are going to be criticism, but you need to take in the things that they have done are right this time around. The way that they are building a squad, and I think that's why I said at the start of the season when I made the prediction video that this could be the one season where PSG don't win it. And I personally thought that the next 5-6 years it's going to be very hard for anybody else to stop PSG from winning the league, because all they are this year is going to be the year that they build up the squad. This is going to be sort of the year where they try to assemble the squad and try to see where the things are lacking. But credit to themselves, they did not let this year even go by. And I think that is, again, I'm gonna say it out, I think Marseille massively underperformed. I think they had a really good score, and the way that they started, especially, I really think that they messed up. Monaco, I would say the same thing. I mean, let's be honest, like for the first 15-16 games, Monaco and PSG were, both of them were undefeated. They were going toe to toe with each other. Marseille had lost a couple of points, but because PSG and Monaco had drawn the games, they were with them as well. Up until January, it looked like it could end up being a three-way title race. The other teams messed up. They drew their games. They lost their games. Same Lille as well. Lille, the way that they started, they were really good. It has been the same. The other teams really did not perform to their potential, and I think that gave advantage to PSG. You could say that PSG defeated most of them, but their results against the other teams, against the so-called smaller teams in the league, were not up to the mark to put pressure on PSG, to make them drop the points, and that has really helped PSG. So it's not PSG's fault that the other teams really did not live up to their potential. I did not play the games that they should have, and they should have won the games, but PSG did, and they deservedly, in my opinion, they deserve to win. And I think the next of course the big question is now the Champions League. They want to win it. Will they be able to? That is a different question. It will be quite interesting to see what happens in that regard as well. But as far as the league goes, they are the champions. They've done it yet again, and massive congratulations to PSG. They are the French champions yet again, and again I'm gonna say it deservedly so. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of PSG as a team this year, and again I'm gonna pose this question: do you think they deserved it or not? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of this season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.